How to act like Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp is a multifaceted artist whose accolades have stretched across the globe and won the hearts of millions. From characters such as a normal high school teenager to a boisterous sea-loving pirate.
I'm Captain Jack Sparrow. Savvy?
Depp has played everything in between and beyond. In this video, we'll discuss the 3 points that have led to Johnny Depp's style of acting and exactly how you can implement his style into your own work.
I can see it.
I want you to be able to walk away from this video with not only an understanding of his style, but also an exact approach for you to duplicate into your own work at will.
Now, shall we begin?
Point number 1 will be soul in the eyes. Soul in the eyes is a concept that depicts exactly who your character is just by looking into their eyes. We get a sense of an individual just based on the gaze they hold. Johnny Depp pays careful attention to detail and starts the building process of his characters from the eyes in. Watch this clip and see how Johnny describes it.
Edward Scissorhands, for example, was based on a dog that I'd had and newborn babies. My sister had a couple of new babies and I watched them, you know, because I thought that Edward would see things from a place of innocence and also that look of a pure, innocent child when they experience something for the first time.
Johnny helped solidify the point that we've mentioned on this channel over and over again, that the eyes are the gateway into the soul. Take a look at these 4 unique characters Johnny has played.
No, I won't hurt you. I need help. Let me. Don't. Not even you. You didn't have to buy that.
Do you think this wise, boy? Crossing blades with a pirate? You threaten Miss Swan. Only a little.
I thought it was a family secret.
It's a recipe.
No. No. You said to me this is a family secret.
Look at how the eyes of Edward Scissorhands are completely different from the eyes of Jack Sparrow. Then if we compare the eyes of his character Sam from Benny and June and the eyes of his character Whitey Bulger from Black Mass, these 2 sets of eyes are in complete contrast from one another. So how can we do this for ourselves? How can we access and create our characters through the eyes like Johnny Depp in his many roles? It's quite simple really. First you must define your characters by giving them an adjective that best describes who they are. Are they confident, shy, curious, quiet, loud, boisterous? Well, for this example, let's say it's confidence. Next, after you've defined your character with a given adjective, go on Google and type in your adjective, then either the word animal or people afterwards. This will give you a list of images or videos that you can draw inspiration from. When Johnny Depp creates his characters, all he is doing is drawing inspiration from another source. So just like Johnny Depp, you'll find which image or video best fits your characters and then build the eyes from there. Point number 2, find the humor. It's important to remember that this is called the entertainment business. Our job is to entertain and keep the audience engaged and on their toes. There are many different approaches to achieving this, but one thing Johnny Depp likes to lean towards is the use of humor. He seeks out and finds moments of comedy in a scene. Take this moment from Willy Wonka, for example. Look at his face, the movement of his mouth, the look in his eyes, the spinning of the goo. All of this leans towards the element of comedy. We also see this present in this moment of Edward Scissorhands. The irony of a man with scissor hands seeing a waterbed for the first time is an ironic moment the audience can find humor in. So in order to achieve this for yourself, keep an eye out for the irony or comedy in a scene. Now, before we get into point number 3, if you're getting value out of this video and want to increase your acting abilities to the next level, our 10-hour acting masterclass, our 2.0 version, will be pinned in the comments below and linked in the description where you can join thousands of members who are learning the craft of acting with us. Now, let's get back to the video on how to act like Johnny Depp. Point number 3 is to make eccentric choices. Johnny Depp leans on his eccentricities. He finds ways to make his characters completely unique and unrecognizable from his previous roles.
Everything in this room is eatable.
Guy Lapointe, that is my name. And what might be in your basket?
Mordecai.
Lord of Silverdale. Last thing I would do if I was planning to harm you is to warn you.
Captain Jack Sparrow.
Well, if I'm not, I wish I was.
Do you think you can hold me? Well, hello. And today is your lucky day. I'm telling you, life, it's a bird's song. You know, the Native Americans, they believed that a photograph would take a piece of the subject's soul.
It's easy for us to say that Johnny Depp's characters are already eccentric, but that would be completely false. Characters become eccentric by making eccentric choices. The reason Johnny Depp's pirate has been so memorable is because he's a one-of-a-kind. He's not the stereotypical pirate we might expect from a pirate movie. Just look at these clips for how he runs, how he stands, and how he behaves.
There's no need to bother, really, because my map's just run away.
I will be waiting for you.
Come to negotiate, eh? Have you slimy git? Look what I got. I got a jar of dirt, I got a jar of dirt, and guess what's inside it?
Now, with all of this being said, it's important to note that creating eccentric characters is like playing with a double-edged sword. Eccentric choices have two very extreme possibilities. It can either make you very memorable to the audience because you are creatively unique and different, or it can run the risk of people thinking you're a bad actor. So now the question is, when is it okay to let out eccentric choices? I like to think about it as being on a spectrum from normal, everyday characters to unique characters we hardly ever see. So if you're playing a teacher, business person, shopkeeper, teenage boy, or teenage girl, then the fewer eccentricities you should include, because we have a barometer for how these people should act. This doesn't mean you can't include any eccentricities, but it should be much fewer. On the other hand, if the character you are portraying is a pirate, superhero, a man with scissor hands, or so forth, then you are allowed more eccentric choices because we don't have the same barometer for how these characters should behave. Simply because we don't see them every day. There will always be exceptions to this rule, but the majority of the time, you will be much safer if you follow these guidelines.
More what you call guidelines than actual rules.
Now, if you take all of these points and implement them into your work, you'll be acting more towards the artistic style of Johnny Depp. If you haven't seen our video on how to act like Leonardo DiCaprio, don't forget to check that video out as well. We chose Johnny Depp this week based on your recommendations from last week, so let us know in the comments if there's another actor or actress you'd like us to tell you their style next. Also, if you want to join the thousands of students who have joined our program, our 10-hour acting masterclass 2.0 version will be down in the description down below and also in the comment section. Peace.
Savvy.